Hello again, my friends. You're back with a toad, and this is just a bit of an update on my Mansfield. This is the Gerber Mansfield, as you see, which I've had a few weeks now, and yeah, it's just I was want to see how I'm getting on with it, and something's happened to the blade, which I'm a bit unsure about why this has happened and what's going on with it. I've my suspicions, but I'll sort of show you. Right, obviously, this is the budget. I made a big thing about this being such a good budget knife. You know, £19, D2 steel. So I had to, pocket money. So I bought one. Well, actually, I bought two. One was going to be my user. The other one looked like put away somewhere for another time. Maybe keep it in the collection. Whatever. But I bought two because they were so cheap. And this is what I've been only using it for carving. Now nothing else. So nothing else has been cut with this except for this. So he's moving on quite well. Been working on the body a lot. I'm not a fantastic carver, so my technique's not brilliant. I'm a bit slow. But anyway, I've only been cutting this with it. As I say, I've not had to sharpen it. I have stopped it a couple of times, but as far as sharpening is concerned, no, it's not. It's still sharp. It's still got a good edge. But I want to point that out. What's going on there in a minute or two. So yeah, so little figures coming on, I suppose. Hello, hello there. Yeah, I'm playing around with the idea of maybe putting a suit of armour on him. I'm not really sure. I don't normally make them this big. That's partly the reason why it's taking so long. And yeah, obviously I have some doweling, and I've glued on arms and legs onto the body, which I'm then going to shape. Now, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it this way. I should have done what I normally do and carve these separately and then glued them on, because it's actually not that easy to get in to the nooks and crannies. Now it's on, but here you go. We learn by our mistakes. But yeah, it's coming on. You'll be able to join the tribe. There's, I don't know, 20 or 30 of things floating around the house, different types. When I have the mood for carving, I have the mood for carving. Yeah, it's coming on. I'm not really sure what it's going to be. The arms aren't going to be straight. I'll be cutting them obviously there and there, and turning them and re-gluing them, giving them an angle. So it needs hands and feet yet. His legs will probably stay straight, but I'll probably cut them down. And it's probably going to be a bit slimmer than this yet as well. I'm going to take some more off. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm not sure. It evolves as it evolves. I have no real idea what I'm doing when I carve these things before I start. I just start carving and see what comes out of the block of wood. And this is what's come out so far. Now, anyway, so this is what I'm going to be talking about. So this one has not been used for anything. This is a unused Gerber Mansfield. Right, so this is what I shall point out to you. So let's have a quick look at the edge, as much as I can do. Right, you can see this. See, there's the edge. Right, so you've all got to see this hasn't cut anything. This is straight from the shop. It's not been sharpened, or I've not stopped it or anything. So it's obviously the sharp edge we're talking about here. I'll get to my point in a minute. Sorry about the reflection. There we go. There. It's a bit of this side than the other side, but you can see there's every now and again there's bits where it's not quite uniformed. So that's that one. This, however, is the one I've been using. Let me just give it a wipe, and then we'll be able to explore the edge better. Now, I still maintain this is definitely worth having. It's lovely nice. It felt brilliant in the end. I say I've been only using it for carving, and it's so far not let me down at all. I like it, and it's just a shame it's a fraction oversized, so it can't be a daily user in England. But I still, as a general work knife, I don't think you can get any better than this. However, I want to have a look at this edge. Now, like I said, bear in mind I've only been cutting this with it. Right, let's get the dust off of that. Magnification optical device, because my spectacles aren't strong enough for me to see this fine edge. But this optical device will enlighten you onto this, what has happened. Right, you might be able to see it there, but I'm going to put it under there. Now, you look at that edge. See? And yes, I'll be careful because it is sharp. If I run my finger on there, oops, run my finger on that, you can feel it. Like tiny little saw teeth. We'll have a better look on the other side, but look. What's going on there then? Look at that. Now, it's mainly on the tip because when I'm carving, that is what I use more than anywhere else. I use the belly of the knife a lot, but this is the bit I use the most, which is why this seems to be happening more there. But look at that. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah. Look. Gets better as it goes down. But you can see what I'm talking about. Right, look at the other side. We'll get the reflection of the edge better. Oops. Hang on, let me get it right. There. There you go. Have a look at that. Now, none of the other knives I've used this has ever happened to. None of them. Of the ones I've used anyway, but I've gone back over and checked all the ones I've used for carving. Nothing like this has happened to any of the other edges, and of all the knives I've got, I can't find the same sort of deterioration of the edge on any of them at all. I mean, it looks to me like it's brittle and it's snapping. Maybe that's why these are so cheap. Maybe Gerber made these, realised they'd cocked up the heat treatment, so banged the blade down on their budget knife so they didn't get wasted. That is what it looks like to me, more than anything else. But yeah, so it's chipping. It's basically what it is. Unless anybody out there, it can enlighten me of something else is happening, because I am no metallurgist. I only know the bit that I do know. I know enough to be dangerous, and that's about it. But you can see what is happening to this here knife. Strange. I can't like this. I'll have a nice little serrated edge. Now, when I sharpen it, that'll all probably be taken off. As I say, at the moment, I don't have any reason to sharpen it because it's still more than sharp enough for what I'm using it for. It needs to be sharp for me to be doing carving that I'm doing, and it's still very, very sharp. But you can see it's obviously brittle, and it's nagging, it's biting little pieces off the blade. The little metal monsters are getting to it, but especially at the end, as you can see. So that's what I've got to show you. Now, I don't hold this against the knife. As I say, for what I'm using it for, it's working out perfectly okay. It's still a good knife for the price. I'm saying that, providing it don't snap or something. I'm in that after a couple of weeks. But this is after 2 weeks. No, it's after about a week's use. So I'll be interested to see how far I can go without having to sharpen the thing. And and also, bear in mind I am stropping it, I'll be stropping it, how the edge will deteriorate as time goes on. And if it does completely fall to pieces, I'll be speaking to somebody about it. But isn't that unusual? Or is it unusual? Or is it something that normally happens and I just ignorantly don't know about it? But look at that. Yeah. So, that's that one. This is a new one. This does not have any work on it at all. Which way around does it go? But even with that, you can see it's not perfectly not clean. You can see the little blips on it. You know, I don't normally look at them this closely, especially this range. I mean, some of the knives I've got woeful edges on. The old ones I've used them for all sorts of nasty things, but considering it's only cutting wood, that's the point. It's not cut anything else but wood. One last little look, and then I'll say adios. Let me just wipe that a minute. Okay, where have we gone? There we are. There we are. Get some focusing done. There. Would you believe it? It's a serrated knife in disguise. Whoops, 12 minutes, I didn't mean to be this long. I only meant to be about 5 minutes on this. Right, thank you for sticking around. I don't know what to say. This is something I didn't know was going to happen to this knife. Do I still recommend this knife? No, I don't know now. I don't know how long this is going to last. None of us is as cheap as these are. You know, if I wanted a disposable knife, I would have bought a retractable blade standing knife type thing. That's not what I wanted. You know what I mean? It's like you expect them to break up. In fact, thinking about it, I've seen similar chipping on a standing knife blade. You know, the sort of thing I mean. I don't know if you know what a standing knife is, but those ones where you've got the retractable blades, you know, they're super sharp, but I've seen them chip. But you cut all sorts of rubbish with those things. But on a pocket knife, if I wanted that, I would have bought that. So, yes, if this does end up getting worse and worse and worse, then obviously, well, it's not a good thing. Maybe I've got a bodgy one. I don't know. But something's gone wrong with the heat treatment. In my mind, that's what's happened. Anybody that knows better about what happens to knives, please enlighten me. So, that's it. We'll put him back over there and put you just there like that and you just there like that. You're still going to get some use out of it. I'm just glad I spend lots and lots and lots of money. Although then again, you know, £19, £20, you know what I mean? It's, if you haven't got it, it's a fortune. And I mean, there was a time when that's all I used to have, or less than that. I used to have to buy my food for the week. My single days when I was on the sick, when I was poorly, when I first knackered my back and had long-term sick. Yeah, after my rent and everything was paid, I'd be lucky if I had more than £10 actually. And I was to buy my tobacco and my food. So, yeah, 20 quid is a lot of money if that's all you've got. Right, I've enough now. I've yappled on. So there you have it. The Gerber Mansfield. Please, anybody that knows what's going on, give me your opinion. I'll be very interested to see. And if it is just it's a dodgy blade and they say the heat treatment's stuffed up and they're too brittle, you know, they haven't tempered them properly, then at least we all know, and hopefully my misfortune or prevent anybody else wasting their money on this knife. Which is a shame because so far, apart from that, it's alright. So, there we go. Thank you for your time, and next time round I'll hopefully show you something that's not falling to bits. So, until then, ta-ra for now. Look after yourselves, stay sharp, and goodbye from the Toad.